What is it about cold, icy weather like this that makes me start like getting excited and thinking about a garden? Not really sure. I got a neighbor driving by real slow watching like I'm crazy. Maybe I am. So here's the thing. Last year, or actually technically this year, I had used this as a paddock. It held a horse, and all my chickens. As you can see, it's pretty large. We fenced in roughly 1/4 of an acre of property. So it's actually a little less than 1/4 acre. So this is actually going to turn into the garden. It's all frosted over, so you can't really see it well. But if you look beside the barn, you'll notice that there's like patches of grass, and this right here is actually the rabbits' bedding. So what I'm doing is every time I clean cages, I come out, sprinkle it. I'm going to start sprinkling it for the rest of the season out here, and then we're going to till this up. I'm going to grow quite a bit more than I did last year. Now listen, I'm not so crazy that I believe that I can feed my family for a year on a 1/4 acre garden. I'm not crazy. Well, I'm crazy, but I'm not stupid. So this is the plan, okay? I'm going to see how much a 1/4 of an acre garden will grow, what it will grow, how many cans it's going to can of what. And I'm also using this since it's my 2nd year garden to educate myself better. So here's the thing. Over here on this side right here of this fence, I will probably put things like pole beans, sugar snap peas, any kind of bean like that. Then along this back fence right here, all of that right there, I'm gonna use for tomatoes. That's about, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's 70 feet of fencing. So I'm gonna grow tomatoes along that. And then over here on this one will be cucumbers. I thought, oh my gosh, I have cucumbers coming out of my eyeballs. Like I couldn't believe how many cucumbers I had. And I thought that I had more than I could ever use, not realizing how much produce it requires to make anything. So now I'm gonna show you where my original garden was. My original garden is kind of sad. It was this little plot here. You see all the dirt? Just right there. And it stopped there. And then it went to here. This is it. That's all I did. And so this year, this will probably be watermelon and pumpkins and strawberries. I don't know if you'd consider pumpkin a fruit. I would assume it was a fruit. So I'm gonna grow all my fruits over here. Not only is it gonna be on the original garden, but we're gonna till up all the way to the fence line. So all of this will become fruits. Then here comes the fun part. This over here doesn't look that wide, but it's actually 12 feet by 70 feet. I'm gonna leave a 2-foot path, maybe a 2.5-foot path. Number one, he has cows that come in here and they can stick their head through these fences, and I don't want them to eat my stuff. And two, just for the sake of property line. So we're gonna put it from the fence all the way to the end right there at that fence. And all of this, I'm gonna grow potatoes. So that's what we're doing with that. So this year our garden will be more than 1/4 of an acre. It'll be like 1/4 and an 1/8. And then also, she's gonna love it. Also, in front of where the neighbor's house is, we have this large strip. I'm not gonna show you her house. There's a large strip of area. We're gonna put corn. So we have corn there, and then on the side of my house, as both decoration and edibles, we're gonna grow sunflowers all along the side of my house. Also, it looks terrible because we've been doing John's been doing some building, and so, hi Katniss. So it looks hideous, but right here used to be a garden bed. They had it sealed off. You can see my rabbit cage and all his junk he's got laid around. Yes, it's a pig pen. So we're actually going to box this in, and this will be where I grow all my herbs. So I have a good, decent idea. And then over here, this is also like a fire pit area. It's also in bad shape. But you see it has all this garden bed that goes all the way around. Not exactly sure what we're going to put here yet, but I'm going to try to use as much of the yard as I possibly can. This tree I don't know if you can see it very well, actually. I don't think you can see it. Nope, you can't see it from this angle. I have a peach tree. Last year we grew more peaches than I knew what to do with, but for some reason they did not ripen. They just stayed like a funky yellow or white in the middle, and they smelled like peaches. They grew fuzz, but they didn't get big and they didn't ripen. They just rotted off. So if you guys know what could possibly be wrong with my tree, let me know, because I really would love to utilize that peach tree, and I don't know what else to do for it. So, and then also, I'm thinking about over here. This keeps a lot of shade. This is a large area on the side of my house. Keeps a lot of shade. I'm considering using this to grow greens. So, like I said, I'm gonna try to utilize as much of my yard as I possibly can and not waste the space, because my kids literally play like in this area right here where the playground's at. All this area, nothing right here will be touched. I just want to use as much as I can, and this is going to be an experiment. Last year I experimented to see if I even liked gardening. I keep saying last year, but it was actually earlier this year. I just experimented to see if I even liked gardening, and I did. I loved it. But I also was naive in the fact of I didn't realize how much produce it required to can things. So this year we're buying a pressure canner. We're going to use as much of the yard as we possibly can, and we are going to grow as much as we possibly can, and we're going to see how much a 1/4 acre makes and how long it lasts. And that way, look guys, this is, like I've told you guys before, this is not going to be our ending spot. We bought this completely unaware that we were going to homestead. But instead of whining about it or just saying, well, I throw my hands up, can't homestead, I'm going to do what I can with what I have till I can get where I want. So I'm going to use this time that I have out here with doing the smaller things, the more basic things. I'm going to use that as time to learn, so that when it comes time to move into something big and I start getting into the bigger animals and I start getting into the harder stuff, I won't be overwhelmed because I'll have the basics licked. So that's the plan. So now I'm going to go in and we're going to talk about my seed catalog I got. So if you follow a lot of us on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook and all the other things, you're going to see that over the past month a lot of us have gotten this catalog, the Baker Creek Heirloom Seed Catalog. And so this and also M.I. Gardener are who I'm going to be ordering from this year. Last year I purchased from Walmart, which those seeds were terrible, and I purchased from the Amish. I did a lot of already started seeds from the Amish, and I really enjoyed the plants that I got from them. Those worked out really well. So I probably will do that again with like my tomatoes and cucumbers and peppers and things, because the Amish, they grew great stuff. The one thing that kind of happened is, like, when I got this catalog, I had almost like an aha moment, and it had something to do with carrots, believe it or not. I was looking through and I was like, okay, this year I'm going to grow some carrots, and like I come across this page, and so I'm just like, I'm looking through all this stuff, and I'm just like, where are the real carrots? Like, where are the normal carrots? And then it dawned on me, these are normal carrots, guys. This is what a carrot is supposed to look like. They're not supposed to be the cookie cutter shaped carrot that you see in the store, or the baby carrots, which are basically just shaved down carrots. This is the real thing. This is what you're supposed to be eating. And so, I don't know, I just kind of had like an aha moment on this. So I'm super excited about the garden this year. I hope that, you know, I have a much better harvest than I did. I keep saying this year as if it's already 2017, and it's not. Okay, this coming season, I hope I have a better year. I love you guys. Make sure you check out our Facebook and our Instagram. We're also on Snapchat. And I'm also on Pinterest too. You can check us out on all that social media. I love you, and I hope to see you next time.